The dark corridors of Hydra's secret facility were shrouded in an almost palpable tension, illuminated only by the intermittent glow of red emergency lights. Natasha Romanoff moved like a shadow, neutralizing guards with lethal precision before they could even register her presence. Behind her, Carol Danvers floated, emanating a soft golden energy that lit the path, while Wanda Maximoff, surrounded by a scarlet glow, extended her hands to create invisible barriers that concealed the group. The mission was clear: stop Hydra before it was too late. Natasha advanced down a narrow corridor, disabling security cameras with swift, calculated movements. From an elevated position, Carol remained vigilant, ready to intervene at the first sign of danger. Wanda, her brow furrowed in concentration, used her telekinesis to open a reinforced door, revealing the next passageway. Suddenly, a piercing alarm echoed through the complex, shattering the silence. Natasha raised her fist in a signal for heightened alertness. The sound of hurried footsteps in the distance indicated that a confrontation was imminent. Suddenly, Hydra soldiers emerged from the shadows, forming a well-organized attack line. Carol was the first to act, bursting through the wall like a comet and firing energy blasts that disarmed the opponents ahead of her. Wanda raised a scarlet barrier to shield her allies and used her powers to manipulate the soldiers' minds, turning them against one another. Natasha, taking advantage of the chaos, moved like a deadly dancer, swiftly disarming the remaining soldiers with precision strikes. Within minutes, the corridor was secure. The trio advanced toward the heart of the complex, where they found a pulsating device emanating a vibrant blue energy that radiated in an unsettling power. Before they could approach, a figure emerged from the shadows. Dr. Faustus, one of Hydra's most dangerous strategists. His gaze immediately fixed on Wanda, attempting to exploit her insecurities and manipulate her emotions. Natasha and Carol, recognizing the danger, created a distraction, allowing Wanda to resist the villain's mental influence and prepare her counterattack. With a cry of pure determination, Wanda unleashed a powerful explosion of scarlet energy, destabilizing the device and forcing Faustus to retreat. Natasha seized the opportunity to land a precise blow, incapacitating the villain. Meanwhile, Carol channeled her cosmic energy to fully deactivate the machine, destroying Hydra's power source. The three heroines gathered at the center of the room, breathing heavily but triumphant. "Mission accomplished," Natasha said, with a subtle smile that reflected both exhaustion and relief. Back at Avengers headquarters, the trio was met with enthusiasm from their teammates. Steve Rogers greeted Natasha with a respectful nod, while Thor praised Carol's strength and Wanda's impressive control. Natasha, ever concise, delivered a practical and objective report of the mission. Wanda, still processing her emotions, timidly spoke about overcoming Faustus's manipulation. Carol, ever lighthearted, cracked a few jokes that brought laughter to the room, easing the lingering tension. As night fell, each heroine sought a moment of personal reflection. Natasha, sitting on the balcony of the headquarters, gazed at the city lights with a distant look, already planning the next steps. Wanda, in her room, meditated in silence, working to balance the emotions stirred by the experience. Carol, lying under the starry sky, felt connected to the vastness of the universe, reaffirming her responsibility not just to protect the planet, but also her companions. Despite their differences, they all shared the same purpose. The next morning, the base buzzed with activity. Tony Stark analyzed the data from the destroyed device, while Bruce Banner studied the residual energy captured during the mission. Natasha, Carol, and Wanda stood side by side, discussing their perspectives on the events. Their collaboration had been essential, and the experience only reinforced the power of their unity. "Whatever comes next, we're ready," Carol said with a confident smile. The others nodded, sharing the same determination. Though they knew new challenges lay ahead, A sense of accomplishment permeated the group. Natasha reflected on how her experience as a spy had contributed to the mission's success. Wanda, in turn, felt empowered by overcoming her insecurities and wielding her powers with greater control. Carol, always a pillar of strength, recognized the impact of her leadership and support. Together, they represented a fusion of unique skills that complemented each other perfectly in combat and strategy. The mission at the Hydra facility not only eliminated an immediate threat, but also reaffirmed each of their roles as heroines and teammates. The destroyed device was more than a weapon. It symbolized the constant danger Hydra posed. Even so, the trio knew that their victory over Faustus and his machine marked an important milestone in their ongoing fight to protect the world from oppressive forces. With applause echoing through the base, the three heroines found renewed strength to move forward. Natasha felt more connected to the team, appreciating the value of collaboration. Wanda, inspired by her teammates' confidence, recognized how much she had grown since joining the Avengers. Carol, with her unwavering courage, was ready to lead in any future battle. Together, they formed a strong, resilient core, capable of facing any challenge. As the day unfolded, Natasha, Carol, and Wanda reviewed the mission, each contributing their unique insights. Natasha, with her strategic instincts, proposed adjustments for future operations. Wanda suggested ways to enhance the combined use of their powers. Carol, ever optimistic, emphasized the importance of believing in the impact they could have together. Their exchange of ideas further strengthened the bonds between them, solidifying their mutual trust. In the late afternoon, the group gathered in the hangar to watch a training jet take off. Observing the next generation of heroes preparing for their roles, they felt inspired. Natasha spoke about the importance of teaching new recruits, while Wanda reflected on her own journey. Carol, always practical, suggested involving younger heroes in supervised missions to help them grow. It was clear that, beyond being fighters, they were also dedicated mentors. As night fell, the base quieted down. Natasha, Carol, and Wanda shared one last conversation before retiring. The bond between them had deepened, and each found strength in the others. The mission at Hydra had shown that together, they were more than a team. They were a symbol of unity and hope. The promise of new adventures lingered in the air, but for now, there was a shared moment of peace. As a new day dawned on the horizon, Natasha, Carol, and Wanda were ready to face whatever lay ahead. The determination in their eyes showed that, despite the challenges, they would remain steadfast in their mission to protect the world. The previous night's journey served as a reminder of what they could achieve together. As heroines and friends, they were united by a greater purpose, embodying the true strength that comes from trust and teamwork.